poor man's version right behind you. We're like, ah.
We did a poor version of the poor man's version.
there are poor men out there going, I would never do that.
There's poor men out there going, that's our version.
And hi everybody.
I'll be your old week, guys.
How are we, San Francisco, California? And the San Francisco adjacent counties.
You guys are so close.
I know. I kind of feel like this is the show where you want to put plastic over the first 3 rows because they're definitely going to get wet.
Yeah.
It's like the Shamu show.
Sebastian is here.
Oh, Sebastian is here. Sebastian, we're here.
Maybe passing around the Sebastian umbrella.
I feel like I should apologize for a panel that's not even going to happen. You're so close. How are we doing? You guys recovered from karaoke? I heard it was a weekend. I heard it was a humdinger. I heard it was a shirtless fest where Rob urinated in his dress. That's what I heard.
That's not what happened.
No.
Well, that's what I heard.
That's not what happened.
I heard myself say it, which means I heard
It's fact.
There was shirt swapping. You
There
can't
was
lie to me.
shirt swapping that we had nothing to do with.
There was also
I saw it.
lap dancing happened. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Never forget.
Yeah.
Well, most of you people who were at karaoke probably don't remember this, but I wasn't there. So Matt, who danced and who was the lap?
Well, Bree sang a little ditty called Pony.
Oh, you did your bit with Brianna again.
And then she said, did you learn the Channing Tatum dance from the movie? And I said, no. She's like, too bad, you better show up and do something. So halfway through the song, I decided I'm gonna throw the poor lady's purse off the chair over there, and bring it up here, and then grind Brianna's lap.
He brought a chair up.
Oh, and Brianna was
sat
there.
down, and I was the first time I saw Brianna, like,
Be quiet?
she went up on her lines.
Yeah,
she was like, here I am. Oh, God.
Rabbi, ponies, pony.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's something to watch.
Well, I tell you, it's tough to stump the Buckmaster. Well done.
Until after she was like, first time I blushed ever in my life.
She got Cohen.
And then her and Ozzy swapped shirts.
Oh yeah.
Like you do.
Just typical karaoke.
I did the send off, my dress.
You didn't. But then what was the whole urinate your dress?
You know what it is? Have I told you what it is?
You hated the dress so much that you were gonna pee on it.
No! Rich! No!
I literally hear that in my sleep.
No! Audrey asked me if I've ever had to pee while I was in the dress, and if so, how did that work? At a urinal, he was asking because he had lots of stories, because he's been known to wear a dress or two. And so I said, funny enough, I don't think I ever had to pee while I was in the dress. And he was like, no, what? He couldn't believe that I didn't have to pee for those 2 hours that's karaoke. But it's true, I haven't. I pee before and I pee after, but I don't pee during.
Yeah, okay.
So then this morning, someone said, did you pee in the dress? And I was like, and then I explained that story to him. I made sure I said urinal, and the whole bit, so he knew what we were talking about. And then after he was like, wait a minute, let me get this straight. You peed in the dress?
And I remember specifically your response. Good times.
Fun things.
We missed you, Rich.
Hashtag faded.
Didn't miss you.
That's alright.
Guys,
Let's do it. Let's dive in.
Question. You. I can't see you, but I think you're there.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
Yeah.
Sydney. Hi, Sydney.
Hi. I was just wondering, what was your guys' funniest moments when, making the show?
Boom, Rich. Take it away.
What was our what?
Funniest moment making the show.
Making Supernatural.
Yeah.
The old
Supernatural.
Supernatural. This is since we don't know probably a question about Supernatural.
Rob's like, oh, we're going off script. Oh, Supernatural. Oh.
The reason I said that is Rich and I just made a show called Kings of Cotton. And
and that also starts Matt Cohen. So it wouldn't be beyond reason, but funniest moment making Supernatural. I think my funniest moment making Supernatural was the first episode I ever did a million years ago. Tall Tales, is that what it's called? And it was, and I've worked with a lot of actors in my life, and there are various sizes of actors, but very few are that size of the Padalecki phylum. And we were doing a scene where I had to walk up to the boys in the janitor outfit and say something to them. And the camera guy was like, all right, let's frame Rich in. Let's get the guys in. All right, boys, on their marks, let's frame it in. And they're like, let's bring Rich in. And I'm like, I'm in. You can't, all right. Because the boys were like, we're here, we're on our marks. We're good. And my hair was barely in the frame. So I go up a step, Rich, I'm like, all right, is that good? Ready to fire this off? Roll it, back out. I was up like 2 stair steps. And I'm like, man, I mean, I've never been accused of being a tall fella, but I never felt like this was, I had to be up on 2 stair steps to be still on an up eye line with the talent. And afterwards, I didn't know Jared Jensen at all. It was like day 2 of working there. And I said to Jensen, I said, nothing for nothing, you're tall fuckers. Like, it's weird for TV. And Jensen's like, yeah, tell me about it. Like, people have made an assumption. Now you know the guys, you've seen them at conventions, you know their details. You know more than you should. It's not cool. But you know that he's a tall man. Back in the day when the show started, people were still figuring out who those guys were. Viewers sort of leaped to an assumption about a height of an actor. They would think that maybe, they're Matt Cohen's height, 5'10", 5'11". That's sort of the median height of the guy. So Ackles is saying, everybody thinks that Padalecki's 5'10". He's like, so they think I'm 5'6". People call me the short one in the magazines. I'm the short one. I'm 6'1". Tough times. So that was one of my favorite earlier moments. Boys?
Matt, funny moment?
I don't have any funny moments. I worked hard and as fast as possible all the time that I was on that set. I don't know that there was a lot of BSing around, really.
Well, aren't you, Johnny, professional?
Yeah. I'm a professional. I'm a professional actor.
All right, Robbie.
I have that same story, by the way. The height thing really got me, and I'm real familiar with apple boxes when I was working with those guys. So they put actors on to raise them up. But who are we kidding? They call me Apple Box in the street. I'm always on the Apple Boxes. So when I went back, I always answered this question with like, the guys haven't played pranks on me. I think they just respected their elders. And then when I went back last season, I had a really serious scene with boys at the table, the mental letters table, and I'm trying to and one's here, one's over here, and I'm trying to get out this line, and all of a sudden I feel a foot just raising up, sexy like. I look at Jared, and Jared's giving me the face. Because he has the ability to have the Sam face while he's doing something ungodly to you under the table. You know what I mean?
By the way, you just described half of these women's fantasies.
Yeah.
Him giving you the same face while he does something ungodly to you under the table.
So I can't keep a straight face.
Oh God.
So I can't keep a straight face because he's, got his foot in my crotch. And finally, and I don't, and I'm still a guest star, right? This isn't not driving the ship. So I hate to cut or stop a take, But I was like, stop it, you stop that. And you're right in the middle of the take. I was like, you stop it right now. And he's like, what? And then I always thought Ackles was the safe one. Like Ackles really would have my back. And then what I didn't know was when I was looking at Jared, and he's got his foot, Ackles is making faces at Jared to try to crack me. So he's like, and he's like, come on, guys. So anyway, I was like, it's happening. This is it. So this is what it's like. So yeah, that happened.
Good stuff. All right, you.
Hi.
Hi.
First of all, can I just say you guys are the most
fucking beautiful people I've ever seen.
Remember this lighting, boys.
Remember this lady?
I'm not thank you.
You're on my top 5 list right now.
Yeah.
So my question is, how do you guys think your characters would react to meeting you guys in person?
What?
What do you think your character how would he react to meeting Richard?
You got a dress. Really?
Take 5 pops.
On the dress?
I think if God met Rob, God/Chuck, that Rob, he'd be like,
Here, listen to me, favor. Answer this in song.
in song?
What if God met Robbie B?
There you go, that's your answer.
Would he have a whiskey?
This is why our after show for Kings of Con is going to run 3 hours. They're like, it's going to be better when Rich gets back. We can really tighten it up. I'm like, you're hot. When Rich gets back, this is going to turn into the Titanic. It's going to turn into a James Cameron movie. Good luck with that. Matthew, what happened if you met you?
You're so right, and all this struck me right now. I was backstage like, Rich, you're gonna have a good time Tuesday. You're really gonna nail this. No, you're right, Rob. It's gonna
be a train wreck.
It's a train wreck. You can't slip before it begins.
There's
Matthew,
a 3-hour time limit on YouTube.
If you met you,
if young John / Michael met Matt, he would ask what hair product I use.
right? Obviously.
And he would also ask what kind of car that I drove. And when I told him, staring dead into his eyes, young John, that I drive a Toyota Prius, he would simply huff and walk away.
As you would. You, right there.
My question's for Matt.
Matthew, you got a question over
This
here.
is great. You're awesome. A great person. I'd like to thank you for coming.
Okay, so my mom is a really big fan of General Hospital.
Yeah, your mom. Woo! Is she here?
I'll be your mom.
I'm not gonna be here.
I know.
Sadly. I miss your mom though.
So when you started your role in that show, I started watching the show and kind of got into it. So I just want to know what it's like filming that compared to like the Supernatural show.
It was a much easier question than I was expecting. It's a different beast all its own. I mean, we do 100 pages of dialogue a day, opposed to 8, 10. 8 is a full day on Supernatural. We do like a busy day for me. I would start shooting at 8:30 and be wrapped by 12:30 and have done 65 pages of dialogue. One dry blocking, basically one rehearsal at a costume. One rehearsal in costume, one take, and you move on. As long as the camera doesn't fall over, it's going on television. Wow. True story.
Have you ever, in the middle of one of your long speeches, go completely up, you have no idea where you are?
Yeah, and then you get yelled at. Then they tell you better know those damn lines.
Really?
No, it's not that bad. But if you do,
You have to improv your way through a speech.
yeah, I mean, hopefully, unless you have to. The only way you're going to get a second take is if you drop an F-bomb. So that's what I've learned.
I will say, Matt, we're super thrilled for Matt. He's on every show on television right now. We're so proud of him. But it was funny because Matt gets General Hospital gig, which is a big gig. And he comes and he's like, guys, I got this General Hospital gig, and this, I'm playing this great role, and we're so happy for you. He's so excited. Flash forward to 3 weeks later, Matt's no longer in our green room. He's now in the adjoining green room with like a stack of lines to learn. He's openly crying, going, "There's not a man alive who can do this! I've done 100 monologues running! 100!"
It doesn't help that it's the priest, the doctor storylines are two things that I don't know very well. Is the Bible and the medical books. I'm not super keen on those things. I'm not brushed up very well. So the monologues of medical terms and then Bible terminology, which you can't really add uhs and ums.
Right.
There's no you knows in the Bible.
Very few times did God say yada yada yada. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so on.
Anyways, it's a different machine, equally as hard and equally as rewarding, just so different.
Awesome. Proud of you. You.
Hi, my name's Amy. My question is for Matt.
Howdy, girl. Maddie.
You're also a very lovely person, thank you.
My question is, if your character in How to Get Away with Murder would come back, who would you frame?
What would I bring?
No,
Who?
who would you frame to be in jail?
Oh, I mean, all of them? I'd frame everybody. Annalise would be going down big time. Me and Viola would just have a monologue battle until I convicted her of some false crime of some sort. But yeah, I'm framed, I'm innocent. I was looking for my poor little sister, whatever bad things happened to her, and then they found 100 pounds of methamphetamine in my trunk randomly.
The producers?
Yeah, and then bye-bye.
And then he beat the dress.
Rich!
Like feet in the dress. Is that an answer? I hope that was sufficient.
Ish. All right. Good enough. Yeah.
Hey!
Hi. First of all, I want to say you three are gorgeous.
Guys, what
I have died
is going on
in
today?
London. That's all
I told you,
I'm gonna say.
the San Francisco crowd is.
I'm receiving holy revelation from you three right now, okay? But I have a question for Mr. Spade, which is, the first time I saw you in a TV role was in Band of Brothers. And that's kind of what inspired me to go into ROTC. But my question is, how do you think Skippy could relate to the trickster? And
How do I think Skip Muck, the real person, could relate to the picture?
your character as Skippy could relate to the person.
Skip's not a character. That was a real guy.
I know.
And so I'm not going to go down that road. I feel like that's a hypothetical that would be disrespectful to the guy. Sorry, I'm going to be overly serious, but it's not a character. It's a real person who fought and died in the war, and I don't want to undermine that. That said, I think anybody who runs into the trickster would love having a beer with him, but he's one of those guys where you're partying with the trickster and it's all going great, and then it's time to go home and the trickster says, let's go do that thing we shouldn't do, but you know you want to do it and you're going to do it with me. That's the time where you need to go home.
Wait, are you talking about Richard?
Well, I'm kind of looking at you and saying, this is our relationship.
Yeah, that's not the trickster, that's Richard Spade Jr.
You know what? Good point. If Skip were to meet me, my advice to Skip would be, go home. Don't stay out with us. We're a bad influence.
Walk away.
Walk away. Walk away safely. All right, you.
Hi, my name is Valeria, and I have a question for all of you. What animal do you think best represents your character in Supernatural?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Bobby, do the best you can do about the animal and the character thing. Get me. Well, for starters, my favorite is your animal that people have used to describe you, which is, I believe, immortalized on this stage. Right?
Yeah, this is not Chuck though, this is definitely more Rob.
This is Rob Benedict.
We decided that I'm the squirrel from Ice Age.
Yeah.
So I'm that guy.
Dead ringer.
But Chuck animal for Chuck. God, Chuck. Chuck animal. Matt? I'm thinking.
That's not an animal.
No?
Yeah, you are too. You're human.
Yes.
Okay, fine, Rich.
For me, me? Yeah. Emu.
I'm gonna go ahead and say, this is meta, but I'm gonna say human. Because God, you know what I mean?
Oh, look at
You created us in His image and whatnot.
You're holding it in at a high level.
Boom. Matthew.
I love it, you just spaded the whole crowd. The whole room. Take that. It all just got spaded.
Say this when you steal a funny joke from a friend and retell it and take credit for it.
It's true. You hear the one about Robbie Pean in the dress? I'll tell you later when it's gone.
I just got spaded.
Maddie?
What are we talking about? An
Animal,
that
you,
represents
animal,
John
John.
Winchester?
Yeah.
What animal are you?
Puppy, I don't
There we
know.
go. The old puppy emu human trio. All right, you.
Mine is for you.
All right.
What was it like being Gabriel on Supernatural?
Finally, a broad question I can answer. It was really fun. Because as a guest star on a TV show, you were rarely given the opportunity to play complex characters, especially a character that has dual personalities. All three of us got that opportunity, but that's still very rare. Even in Supernatural, that we got to come in as one guy and then become something else and do that. And that opportunity as a performer is incredibly rare. Supernatural is incredibly well written and it can kind of break all the rules it wants to break because it's based in its own reality, which is fun, and it creates very loosely framed characters that allow you to play a lot within the framework of the character. So it was a great opportunity and a fun role. Thank you for the question.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I've been a General Hospital fan like my entire life, and I hope that now that you're on the cast, you know that there's probably been like maybe 10 people that have been on both shows if you count one-off episodes. And I was wondering if Sebastian gave you any advice, because he probably was like the one person you knew really well before you started General Hospital that had already been on General Hospital, and I was just wondering if he gave you any advice.
He didn't give me any advice. Sadly, I didn't talk to Sebastian before I started the show. He knew that I was going to be on it, but he didn't give me any advice. But I did knock out James Patrick Stewart the other week, which was fun. To tie the two universes together, he plays, what's James Patrick Stewart's character on Supernatural?
Dick Roman.
Dick Roman. And I got to punch him because the daughter who Griffin Monroe thought was his daughter turns out to be Dick Roman's daughter.
What?
Yeah, on the show.
What a fun!
So I punched him in a courtroom. And
What? In the court? Where's the bailiff?
I
Fuck
lost
in, man!
my non-daughter to Dick Roman.
What's his character name on the show?
Valentine.
That's right. You got it. Too many shows in my mind. Valentine Cassadine.
Okay, no, that's nobody's real name. That's nobody's
That's
name.
fantastic. The names are so
Wait, his name is Laser Muscles? Hold on. Dr. Laser Muscles?
There's something funny that just occurred to me. So my name on the show is Dr. Griffin Monroe.
Like Skippy Griffin.
And your name was Skippy from...
Skip.
Skip.
Yeah.
Did he ever go by Skippy?
No.
No, just Skip. Never mind then. Moving on, next question.
Hi, my name's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
My question is for Richard. And
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone has an answer this question. But in the episode Mystery Spot, which is one of my favorite episodes, I want to know what's your favorite Dean death scene?
Bad tacos. What's yours?
The shower.
The piano's pretty funny too. There's a lot that's great about that.
And the dog one.
And the what?
The dog, where he just goes to cut the dog.
Yeah, there's a lot that's really funny about that episode. Glad you liked it. Thank you. Appreciate it. You.
Hi, my name is April, and I just want to say, Rob, your song back in season 11, when God is singing and, you know, breaking the no singing on Supernatural thing, that was huge, and I just want to say, like, that's one of my favorite moments, so...
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was a really special moment for me too that I'll never forget. That moment on set.
Are we talking about the Bob Singer episode? Were you saying?
Yeah, I said fairly well.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great episode.
Yeah, that was amazing. On a more humorous note, what do you think, this is for all of you, is the best hashtag to represent your characters that you play on Supernatural? What do you think? So one word hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag porn.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Hashtag shut up, both of you.
There we go. You.
Hi, my question's for Rob. Real quick, I want to say thank you for taking my my prom photo op because in May you said, have fun at your prom, and your prom date ditched me the next day.
No!
So, yeah. So thank you for being my prom date.
Well, you're welcome. And I'm so I had such a great time. And that limo we got, I was like, what? That's amazing.
Anyway, so we know that God had a couple boyfriends on the show.
Uh-huh.
We're wondering, who would that be?
And you know, here's the thing, he traveled the world, right? And he just was, he met a lot of people. So it's just people on the road that he met and wanted to have different experiences.
Can't tie God down.
Huh?
Can't tie God down.
Can't tie God down. And yeah, so we don't know who they were, but it was super fun.
Was it supernaturally?
No, it's super real.
Robbie's not allowed to say who God had an affair with, but the clue, it rhymes with Bat Fowen.
Which, by the way, is my name on General Hospital.
Monsignor Bat Fowen. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a question for Rob.
Robbie? Yeah.
So, I randomly saw you on Documentary Now, and I was wondering how it was working with Bill Hader and Fred Armisen.
Oh, it was a dream. I was like, it was one of those like, those jobs you get where you're like, I just couldn't wait to go to work just to watch them do what they do. Yeah, I love them. I'm a huge fan of both of those guys, and so it was. I would be on the set in the scenes I wasn't in just to watch them improvise, and they're geniuses. It was super great. I never got over my sort of like fanboying. Usually by the end of a shoot like that, you're like, Bill, see you tomorrow, buddy. You know, but I was like, excuse me, Mr. Hader. Did you on Saturday Night Live? What was that like? So yeah, I just think they're really cool.
Did you ever talk to Fred about Portlandia?
No, see again, I was too nervous to be like.
Did you love that show?
I love that show. No, I was just like trying to. I talked to him a little about music because he loves music and I knew that. It's like the Eddie Vedder thing. Like I say the thing that I want to say. Like, hey, I'm a big fan or whatever. You know, I'm like, can you pass the crackers? You know, just to get words going.
We're at a car wash.
Right. Sorry. That's why they're so soggy. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, it was awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You there.
Hi, my name is Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hi. First of all, I want to say Kings of Con is my new favorite comedy.
Woo!
I haven't seen it, and so I promise it's worth it.
Thank you so much.
Very fantastic show. So my question is actually for Matt.
That makes sense.
It's the best.
I'm just talking you guys all weekend. So, but Matt, so I was honestly surprised. I was convinced that God was going to be John Winchester. And I love Rob, you did a phenomenal job. I love you as God, but I was surprised. I thought it was going to be John. So my question, Matt, is how would you have portrayed God?
Yeah, Matt. Let's see it. It's so great.
Things of godlike.
It's funny because I also, for a second there, asked Robbie Thompson, like, is he going to turn out that was God talking in the baby episode through me? I never thought that I would ever continue, God would continue in Young John's vessel or anything. But I had the thought for a second that this is going to be my connection to a potential episode where we meet, where Young John and God, I don't know. I thought there was going to be something and there wasn't, sadly. I could never play God. God can only be played one way, and it's the way Rob Benedict played it, and it can never be touched again.
Ripping the mantle right out of George Burns' hands. I'll take that, Mr. Burns. It's all you.
That's the nicest guy in the world, though.
Yes.
Come on.
It's true, nobody,
him.
how many times do we have this discussion on stage? If you could play another character, who would you play and how would it be and this and that? And nobody can play anybody else. It's been set in stone. The characters that have been cast for a reason. They've given performances that are memorable and will always be and will remain untouched from here on out. So it's fun.
Remember when I had to play my version of Crowley in front of Mark Shepard? at the last convention.
That would be great.
Scariest moment of my life.
Yeah.
Okay, hi, my question's for Rob and Rich, but Matt, you're still fucking awesome, so. So my question is, well, obviously Gabriel was kind of pissed off at God for abandoning heaven. So if these characters were ever to meet, like, ever, what do you think the reactions would be and what they would do?
I think the reaction, if God were to meet his father again.
If Gabriel were to meet his father?
Yeah, Gabriel. Yeah. Sorry. You said Gabriel, sorry.
No, but that was a weird Freudian slip there, Gabriel.
I think if Gabriel met God, he would say, really? Not enough time to bring us back? Really?
Really? Listen.
Not yet. Enough time to write the stupid memoirs, but not enough time to bring me back.
It's so like you, just to go to the negative.
No, it's just like you, Dad. It's like, whatever. Okay, that's cool. Hey, hang out with your best buddy who turned on you, the scribe of God. Spend more time with him. You hang out with your friends more than your sons, Dad.
You know what? When you cool down, and
I'm not gonna cool down.
When you're ready to talk, then we can talk about putting you back together. Okay? But not until you calm down. And don't forget who's God.
What about me, Dad?
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Michael.
Hey, let's get you back in the cage.
All right, great.
I
love you so much, Dad.
I love you too, Mike.
And C. All right, here we go. You.
Jesus, you guys are ridiculous.
I was just wondering what never fails to make you guys smile.
What never failed? A sunset.
First, I've never seen Richard Skate smile.
A baby.
In all my years.
A baby crying at sunset. After a light rain in the woods.
I'll give a real answer.
A baby in the woods being pelted by rain at sunset. After a brisk walk on the beach with a lady love by my side in a convertible. En France. Robbie?
Matt Cohen.
And I would like to say Rob's godlike vocals on Mama's Jam.
There we go.
Always make me smile. You guys can catch that godlike experience tonight at the Saturday Night Special.
For your autograph and Rob's autograph and Rob's photo op, I'll do the autograph.
Hey, but at least you were consistent. You know what I mean?
My question's for all of you. For a holiday tradition that you had as a child, did you ever have one, and would you want to have the same one with your kids or a different one?
Holiday traditions that
I
we
do.
had.
I did have one that I liked that I am now doing with my children is every Christmas Eve, right before we went to bed, my mom laid out brand new pajamas on our beds, and she got us new pajamas. We had to wait. It was kind of our first gift that we got. We had to wait, and we go in there, we get our new pajamas, then we put them on, and yeah, so I do that for my kids too, and they love it too. There's something really special about that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Maddie?
I didn't have a whole lot of repetitive traditions growing up, but my wife and I have started one with our son now, who's only had one Christmas so far. It's brand new, but we all have matching onesies that are red, and the back of my wife's, because she has an identical twin sister, she also has a onesie, and so it says not Mandy and not Jamie on those, and my son says Macklin on his, and mine just says Dada.
That's awesome.
So we wear those on Christmas Eve and eat cookies and
just get incredibly hot together.
Yeah, sweaty. Just.
Oh, not that kind of hot. I was actually just talking about hot.
Oh no, they're fleece, so it's hot.
It's both.
It's hot and hot.
Rich, Cole's a kid. Cole for your children?
No, the tradition's not Christmas. I don't have any Christmas rituals, but we have one for Halloween, which is we do, and I don't think we let people do this. You ever do the switch?
Yeah. What?
The switch is you get all the candy, but then your parents don't want you eating all the candy, so they get a couple pieces of candy and they put their candy out, and in the morning the switch is turned into a toy. So the switch visits the Spade House.
We did the Switch Witch
Yeah.
for a few years. By the way, the Switch Witch gets the goods.
Yeah, the Switch Witch, who codename my wife, has a absolute
goes to town
battery of candies somewhere. But yeah, so we do that. We do the Switch Witch.
Thank you.
By the way, I can't wait for the supernatural Switch Witch episode. It's horrifying.
Switch Witch!
Yeah.
Hi, I have a question for Richard and one for Matt. Rob, I always thought your character was going to be God, so I was happy when that happened, and I'm sorry I couldn't think of a question for you.
No worries. I'll be here if you need me.
First, for Richard, in changing channels, what was your favorite scenario that Gabriel put Sam and Dean into?
Well, that's a hard one to pick. Obviously, it's always, I don't know, good, wholesome family fun to see Jared get kicked in the balls. But I really liked the spin on CSI Miami. Which may seem dated now, but at the time that show was so popular, and those guys did their David Caruso sunglasses bit so well. And one of the things that's great about that show, it's directed by Charles Beeson. Charles Beeson's directed a bunch of Revolution, a great TV director. And he had to emulate 4 different styles of TV shows, which, you know, now that we're older and wiser, we realize how challenging that was. You know, you had to match the styles. He did such a great job at doing that. The opening credits, which are hilarious, sort of the comedy opening credits, and the Herpexia commercial, which is just amazing. So I'm not sure I can pick a favorite. What was yours?
I liked the hemorrhoids commercial.
There we go. All right. A woman of taste. Thank you. Oh, you have a question for Matt, right?
Yes, my question for Matt was, for those of us who unfortunately missed karaoke, could you do your Magic Mike dance on stage?
There's no lucky lady.
Oh, have a seat.
Have a seat, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to yeah.
I hate Stephen Norton for doing this shit to me.
Shut up and dance, man.
Bitch, got any dollar bills?
I don't know if I can really do this, guys. I don't know if I can go for it. Oh, no, I got it. It's time for America's favorite song. Where's Misha?
Where's Misha?
Honestly, I don't know.
Where's Misha?
Robbie, I'll be honest, I don't know. Maybe I locked the car and it's drunk and you guys driven around with somebody's junk and now it's on their plate. Someone far, far away. I'm really worried. All I can say,
where's Misha? I don't know.
Robbie, let me go.
Where's Misha? I don't know.
I don't care, yeah. Maybe he took a bunch of drugs and he's really, really high and he forgot who he was. Forgot he was a guy. He dressed up like a woman, enjoying the band, and now he's out touring all in a foreign land.
Where's Misha? I don't know.
I don't care.
Where's Misha? I don't know.
I don't care. Oh, you know, he could have thought not to care.
Well, that's worried. I'm getting real worried. I'm calling this room and nobody answers. Should we call the police? We have a situation? What's happening to me? Where's Misha? I don't know.